I will walk you through completing the student section of the FAFSA. After you, the student, creates a FAFSA account, return to the Federal Student Aid website and select Start a New Form for the current year. Then log in using the new account credentials. Select Student when asked who is filling out the form. The first time you start the FAFSA application, you will need to watch a few onboarding videos that explain the process. After watching the videos and reviewing the detailed and a bit overwhelming instructions, you're ready to begin your FAFSA form. Carefully review your personal information. If anything is incorrect, you need to update it in your account settings before moving forward. Verify your state of legal residence by entering the month and year you became a legal resident. If you have lived in the state since birth, you can simply enter your birth month and year as your legal residence date. Next, as the student, you must provide consent for FAFSA to access your federal tax information directly. This allows the tax data to be automatically updated on the form. If you don't consent, you will not be eligible for federal student aid, including grants and loans. Even if you never filed a tax return, giving consent is still required to qualify for financial aid. The next sections consist of a series of questions about students' personal circumstances, starting with marital status, about whether the student is first year, second year, undergrad, or graduate student for the FAFSA application year. Select any circumstances that apply to you. If none apply, choose the corresponding option and click Continue. If you, as the student, are unable to contact your parents to complete the Parents section of the FAFSA, make sure to select that option here. Based on your previous answers, most undergrad students are classified as dependents. Even if your circumstances are unusual, or your parents are unwilling to complete the Parents section of the FAFSA, you can still proceed with the application. However, in that case, you will only qualify for direct unsubsidized loans and will not be eligible for the federal subsidized loans. Next, you need to indicate whether your parents are married. If they are, information from both parents must be included on the FAFSA form. To complete the Parents section, you will need to invite one parent to fill it out. Although it may seem confusing, you don't need to fill out a separate section for the other parent unless they are living together but are not married. The next section of the FAFSA focuses on your demographic information. You will need to provide the following: your gender identity, your race and ethnicity, and your citizenship status. Ensure the information is accurate as it helps determine your eligibility for certain types of aid. The next screen asks about your parents' education status to help assess your eligibility for financial aid. You will also need to provide details if your parent was killed in the line of duty, including while serving as a law enforcement officer or firefighter. For this FAFSA application, select whether you, the student, will have completed high school, passed the GED, or were homeschooled. Choose the appropriate option and continue. If you selected that you will receive a high school diploma, which is majority of the students, use the search bar to find your school, then confirm it on the next screen. The following section will ask about your finances, not your parents. If you need time to gather your financial documents, you can save your FAFSA application and return to complete it later. The first two questions ask about the student's income tax from 2 years ago. If any college grants or scholarships were reported as income, which is uncommon, you will need to enter them here based on your tax returns. The next question asks about the foreign earned income exclusion found on Schedule 1 of Form 1040 and Form 2555. This situation is rare for adults and even more uncommon for high school graduates. If none of these apply to you, enter 0 and continue. The next screen asks about the student's assets. Here is a graphic that shows which assets are considered reportable and which are not for FAFSA. I will go into more detail on how to calculate and report assets in the Parents section, as parents generally have more assets to account for. For the student, under Current Total Cash, Savings and Checking, enter the total amount of your cash, checking, and savings from all your bank accounts. Under Current Net Worth of Investments, including real estate, total the value of any stocks, brokerage accounts, cryptocurrency, mutual funds, and real estate you own and enter the amount here. Exclude your primary residence. Next, under Current Net Worth of Business and Farms, specify the net value, meaning assets minus debts, for any businesses or side gigs you own. The final section will ask you to specify which colleges you want to send your FAFSA to. Each school has additional information available that you can review before selecting it for your list. During your freshman year, you will likely send your FAFSA to multiple schools, especially if you apply to several and are unsure which one you will attend. Colleges will use this information to determine how much you will need to pay for your education. It's always beneficial to hear back from schools about the financial aid you will receive before making a final decision. After completing the FAFSA, you can review and edit any of the information. Once you're ready, proceed to the final signature section to submit your application. Below, you will see the parent you invited to complete the parent section. Once you sign the FAFSA, you will receive a confirmation that your section is complete. However, the FAFSA will still be waiting for the parent section to be completed before it can be fully submitted. The parents have 45 days to complete the application. Otherwise, the form will be deleted. I will go over the parent section in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.